When was the last time you looked forward to a family reunion? Yeah, that's kind of what we thought. How'd you like to be part of an ACO family reunion? Because the American Cornhole organization is always looking to add new names and new games and more smiling faces to the family, and you and your friends and neighbors are exactly who we have in mind. Become an ACO member now, and you'll find players, tournaments, and more in and around your area. All ages and all skill levels are welcome. Join the ACO to play and party with the pros and the entire ACO family. Go to AmericanCornhole.com/membership, and remember, everyone can play, and the minute you sign up and start playing with ACO, you've already won. The American Cornhole organization, keep on pitching. From the American Cornhole organization with a question for you. Do you remember the most fun you've ever had playing cornhole? Think about it. You might think you do, but you don't.
Welcome to the historic American Cornhole Organization Season 20 opening weekend from Buffalo, New York. Let's get to center court with Finn and Mad Maz.
Well, thank you once again, Kate, and welcome back to Buffalo Riverworks, Buffalo, New York, for the American Cornhole Organization Season 20 kickoff weekend. It starts on the North Shore, wraps down in Florida, but today we find ourselves on what is now a balmy, beautiful morning that was preceded by storms earlier, but nevertheless, Riverworks is thumping. Finn, the loudmouth for the ACO, side by side with Mad Maz, as Kate was telling you there just a moment ago, and we are well into the main bracket with some changes we'll discuss as we go, but this should be a fun one to watch. I really enjoyed watching Jay Longwell play yesterday. Wes Jackson, Sperry was looked great in the seniors final. I mean, we got some great matches to show you this afternoon.
We do. Sperry took second, I believe, in seniors. Is that right?
Yes, he did.
We caught that
Scott
game.
Harper took him down on center court right here.
Mm-hmm. We've seen a lot of Jay and Lynn Longwell in co-ed yesterday. It's nice to see Jay again.
Yeah, and those guys running point on out and about cornhole. They brought a huge bunch of folks, players, to come out to be here this year. I think they increased it by 5 times, maybe 6 times.
Jeez.
Who was here last year for the major. And I'll tell you, this facility just continues to amaze. We had some sun issues yesterday morning. I think you're right. I think they did build this cover to take the arc of the sun to get as much light in here, but and we're going to get it. A little bit of glare on the boards here, but we have learned a lesson, so we know where center court is going to be the next time we come back. It's
in the middle.
Not going to be here. But that said, welcome to Buffalo, and I think everybody's had a great time since we began Thursday night with the welcome bash and also the inclusion of adaptive cornhole. Congratulations to Hot Wheels and Batman, who defended not only their world championship, but the very first major of season 20.
Mm-hmm.
These guys underway already to a hot 4-0 start with Sullivan and Sperry. And it looks like a 10 Washingtons right there. Going to keep it at 4-0. But as we mentioned, it is a doubleheader opening weekend for season 20. We start here in Buffalo, and then everything picks up tomorrow from Clearwater, Florida. The OCC Roadhouse Sunday and Monday in honor of the Labor Day weekend. And Andy B. and Steph will have the coverage live from Clearwater, Florida. So lots to talk about, Maz. Lots of great games still to play. And I'll tell you, this losers bracket has some surprising names in it, does it not?
It does. You see Chad and Kim down here on our side. Todd and Matt down here on our side. We're in the loser bracket right now. Barry Hempy and John is a good team again. The close team, James and Nick Close, are a force to be reckoned with, and they're also in the loser bracket. So there are some names. And then there's some names in the winner bracket that it's nice to see because it's new.
Yeah. Well, we talked about this, the change that was made right before the beginning of the season for all majors, mimicking what we did last year with singles, is putting the teams that have 2 pros in a doubles team together, immediately advancing to the main bracket, opening up both the competition level in the main bracket, really setting that in concrete, but also opening up opportunity for those coming out of pool play that don't have 2 pros on a team. And I think that's going to make for very interesting results, as we're already seeing.
I agree.
So still 4-0 here on center court. Barry Heppy and John Reisner await the winner of Chad and Kim with Zach and Braden. Jennifer De Pasquale, and what's funny, I feel bad because Michael Rabenhorst, I was just calling him Michael Rabe all day yesterday because it's the first time I'd ever met him, and when I looked in Scoreholia, that's all they had room for of his name. So anybody in the Rabenhorst clan, I apologize that I was getting that wrong there, but I guess we need a smaller font size to make sure we stay on top, as the lead here has been cut in half, 4-2 now.
Yeah, that jersey must be enormous if it could fit that whole last name on there.
And it's Rabenhorst Jr.
Okay.
Too, so just to add insult to my injury.
And I hope they spell out Junior, not JR, to make it even longer.
Yes. At least it's not like Esquire the Third or something like
goodness.
that. So anyway, but they played lights out yesterday in that co-ed doubles, and they won last year Tier 2 here in Buffalo, and said we're coming back to win it next year, and that's exactly what they did. Jennifer played lights out, and Michael had some great shot making as well. But yeah, it was a fun day yesterday. We got to see some great shot making, some great play, and everything seems to have dried out here. Maybe a little rain later on this afternoon. It's an indoor-outdoor facility, so the games will continue nevertheless, and a 6-6 wash there leaves it at 4-2.
Yeah, you mentioned Jennifer. She threw really well in women's. Also, I think she took either third or fourth, but played well against Kim Dice, who's always a tough nut to crack. So it's good to see them throwing well, and then they transition over into co-ed as well.
Let's see, what kind of bags are these guys launching?
Ruthless, I see from the Longwell and Jackson clan. And then CBC from, I think CBC.
Sullivan and Sperry, I think, are throwing CBC because, I think he was throwing CBCs yesterday.
Yeah, Sperry is on Team CBC. I just don't know if that's what bags those are.
I love those Frankenstein jerseys, by the way.
Yes.
that they're wearing.
Yep.
Those are Sperry's custom bags. Get a little timeout here to kind of take a look at the geometry. I think they're probably also going to want to nudge that board up to the line as well when they get a chance, but that's going to be completely up to them.
And those pitch pads are confusing because the lines don't make sense. Like, you see the tan on that pad comes to past the white line up to the black marker, but it seems like the pitch line is the white line.
It is.
So where
it goes to the
But the tan should match flush with the pitch line and the white. But it doesn't. The tan kind of goes through the white barrier there into that black. I don't know. It just looks goofy.
I'll have a word with the designers.
Okay.
And pass your feedback on.
Well, I just don't know where the board's supposed to go.
It should go to the line. That is the toe line there.
I thought so.
But all of a sudden, going across that toe line has become a hot topic in the world of cornhole.
And that rule has been squished. It is now no step anywhere in any grouping, which is amazing to see.
Right, yeah. Well, it's amazing to write. It'll be even more amazing to see.
Yeah.
To write WRITE. We shall see. 4-on-3
well, that's another
is
thing.
the score after all of that study of the geometry. See what else is going on. Let's look around. Chad Jackson and Kim Dice up 6-5 over Zach Campbell and his partner, Braden, over there. A lot of bright colors in the room today. It's kind of nice to see. You see some Corny 40 jerseys, some Top Gun 20 team jerseys, of course. A lot of Bagmaker team jerseys, which is always cool to see as well. And like I said, those Frankenstein jerseys
Those are something
awesome.
Those are pretty cool. Redneck cornhole bags. That's amazing.
So if you're checking things out here on the Facebook page, you can also, don't remember, I think there's a little bit of a richer color and a deeper tone to the visuals on the ACO YouTube channel. So you might fire over there. And if you do decide to watch us today, throw us up on the smart TV, grab yourself a breakfast beverage of choice, whether it be coffee, Bloody Mary, juice, whatever that might be, and put us up on that smart TV and enjoy the day. It's going to be a fun one here. Nice breeze rolling through the building and a little indoor-outdoor experience as these guys tally up, gathering their weaponry, and looks like a 9-on-4, so that's going to be a 5 spot right there.
And that's the first kind of big mistake we've seen, and it's been close so far, and we'll see if those big mistakes add up as they often do. They've been playing a clean game. You've seen a 6-6 wash. Sometimes it's been dirty, but so far this has been clean. We'll see how long it lasts.
Yeah, there have not been a lot of, as you said, sort of wide margin differences in any particular frame until just then. Go ahead.
And that really is the key. If you can avoid those big-time mistakes, you'll be successful. It just depends. You can give up a point here and there, a 2 here and there, but limiting those 9-on-4s, those 10-on-3s,
right,
those 10-on-5s, that's the key to winning these games.
Well, and how many times yesterday, and after you created an international incident at the border yesterday after your
I got back.
You ran to Canada after your co-ed doubles performance.
I got through the border.
Yeah, well, it wasn't getting out.
It was getting back in
so much. Well, we called them and told them what your performance was in co-ed doubles, and they agreed at the Border Patrol to delay your return.
That's fair.
Just for your own dignity. But during the course of the day yesterday, the one common theme, to your point, that we kept seeing was the inability to capitalize on an opponent's mistake. And there were opportunities for those big differentials to be posted, but they just did not happen. All the way through to that co-ed, we talked about it. Mistakes were made, and they couldn't capitalize in almost every division that we saw. But congratulations to Sammy Van Sickle, who took juniors yesterday. Josephina Ernstberger took down Kim Dice in women's. Scott Harper, as we mentioned a little while ago, was the seniors winner. A little hand clap there from Wes Jackson. Seemed pretty happy with what happened.
I think that's a 10-6, so that's another 4-point spread.
Spot.
We talk about those kind of large gaps, in these round scores, and that's what's going to add up once they actually press that submit button.
Right, and
it's a pet peeve.
Yeah, they'll figure it out.
I know.
They'll figure it out here in a moment. Well, and that's the blessing and the curse of Scoreholio and allowing you now to start tracking even more statistics. It adds that extra step, and sometimes you get so used to just going pop that you miss a submission. But these bags look very similar, except for the fact that a bunch of them are under and a bunch of them are on top right now.
Wow.
Jay Longwell going to cut right to left, takes the middle, nicely done.
It could be 6. If not, it is 6. 12
on
on 6 right there.
The submission before was the 10-on-6, as you mentioned, and now this is going to change things up drastically. 18-on-6, so another 6 spot. Too. It's as if they heard what you were talking about less than 90 seconds ago.
10 points in 2 rounds is very difficult to battle through.
As mentioned in co-ed yesterday, it was Jennifer De Pasquale and Michael Ravenhorst Jr. Team CBC with Kim Dice leading the way, beat Team IMF Charity Jackson in a hard-fought battle yesterday, but both CBC and IMF showing big time in the Bagmaster quads, and Kim Dice and Stuart Graham taking the big blind draw. So Kim had a rough first part of the day, but walked away with some significant hardwood at the end of the day. We saw him hooking up a trailer to carry her trophies back to their place of residence for the weekend. Excuse me. So an 8-on-6 now cuts that lead down to 18-on-8. Jackson and Dice up 16-7 right now over Zach Campbell and Braden Howell. Let's see if there's any other scores up here. Stuart Graham and Hayden Fridley making some hay up top over Brad May and Mateo May, 21-12. Caleb and Isaac Hurt took down Barry Hempy. John Reisner, 21-1. As they work their way through the top half of the bracket, they've bounced those guys down low.
Good Lord.
Well, they're wearing those gold championship doubles teams jersey. Nice cleanup right there by Jay Longwell. They're wearing those jerseys for a reason, and they've been wearing them for 3 straight seasons now, as they've three-peated both as doubles team of the season and world champions.
Those gold jerseys don't mean nothing. Finn, come on.
Is that right? Okay. Right.
I want to see the world champion jerseys for season, like what they're going to look like, the refresh version from Worlds 19. I'm curious to see, because those are the 18 World Championship jerseys.
Is that what they've got on today?
Yeah.
I just saw the gold flashing.
Yeah.
As these guys continue to stack things up low left between 6 p.m. and 11 p.m. It's going to be a wash right there. These bags look a little similar when they're piled up, but they don't when they're not. It's kind of interesting. They almost make a bit of a mulligan stew when all piled up together.
Well, their carpet sides look the same, but their slick sides are the only really differentiation.
Kind of a blue versus a greenish tint, yeah. Again, Finn, the loudmouth for the ACO, Mad Maz, side by side here, center court. Buffalo River Works, Buffalo, New York. What a great weekend it's been so far. Just a little bit of weather to contend with earlier this morning, but everybody seems to be comfortable and rolling. It was a little sticky in here yesterday, but it did not seem to affect the boards as we might have expected there. Sperry drops one down the middle, the only one underneath the wooden sunroof, as my man Boogie refers to it. Jay Longwell stacks his to the right side. Oh, Sperry wishes he had one more bag, I think. So what's Jay going to do? He's got to. Yeah, that's what. Put it on and give up two. While Sperry's partner's like airmail.
Almost kept moving. I'm surprised Sperry didn't shoot with that last bag. I think that bag hanging around 2 o'clock, it was, if you touched it enough, it was going to go.
So you think so? Because that's what we saw yesterday. I mean, what's the phrase you use? There's a toe in the hot tub?
Foot in the water,
yep. A foot in the water, yeah. We saw a lot of that yesterday that did not fall.
Yep.
A lot of things got hung up around the corner of the hole, as we like to say.
Yeah, but you saw when Jay threw his bag, it bounced enough. I think if Sperry would have hit his bag first and then Jay hits the board, that bag goes.
It would have fallen, yeah, okay.
Again, hindsight's 20/20. I could have been way off, but based on just physics, I feel like that bag would have gone had he went up for it.
Well, and again, I would tell you, too, that the trend back towards the carpet bags on a washing 10 right there, over the last 2 seasons, we've seen a lot less of that kind of drip into the hole, the hole friendly. But I think there's a lot more strategy being played now with those carpet bags. And I think all of our bag makers, which honestly, you'll see in a scroll on the taco, 60-plus bag makers have figured out that everybody's kind of shifted a little bit in what they like to play, and there are certainly so many options now as these guys have finally figured out, well, forget it.
Stop talking, Vin.
Never mind.
Stop talking. Yeah, and that's the ebbs and flows of preference and design choice are very interesting. Whether the slick sides, whether the carpet sides, how we've kind of adjusted and gone back and forth. And we'll see what happens in the next iteration of bag designs.
I don't know what Jay was trying to do there. Was he trying to shoot it and do a piggyback bag, or was he trying to roll? I've not seen him use a roll bag, so I don't know that that's even in his repertoire. But
based on the release, I assumed it was a short airmail, just kept it too short.
Yeah. So Longwell and Jackson hold the 18-13 advantage over now. Sullivan and Sperry, Kim Dice and Chad Jackson 1 point away from taking out Zach Campbell and Braden Howell. See Matthew Davis and Sammy Van Sickle all over the closes. You mentioned them earlier, up 11-0 right now down the way. David Collins and Logan Collins await the winner of that one. Stuart Graham and Hayden Fridley await the winner of a couple of names new to me. Darinka and Shida facing off against Jacob Whaley and Daniel Parham. Right now, Whaley and Parham up 11-0 in that match. Caleb and Isaac Hurt await someone to play for the King seat, as you might already have imagined.
Sperry and Sullivan continue to creep closer, 18-15 on the game in front of us. And things are alive and well here in Buffalo.
Yes, they are. You know what? Speaking of alive and kicking and alive and cooking, a little quick shout out to how about Haley Clark on Fox's MasterChef Generations. Just a reminder to catch her if you haven't seen her Wednesday nights on Fox TV. She's still alive in the top 10 now. So pretty cool to see one of the ACO family, like I said, alive and cooking. Oh, what a wash. Wow. How did that not go? So that King Seat game is being held for the center court stream here. So just know that. You need to refresh your beverage or look ahead to that here in just a little while. So 18-15 remains the score. I tell you, Eric Sullivan, he has an interesting bag. It hits low, and it looks like it should just stick, but it just keeps moving, doesn't it? He's got a pretty solid arc, but it just keeps moving.
Yeah.
All right, Jay Longwell, like the look of that. It's going to be a 10-on-8. That puts another couple on
the magic 20.
Their tally. Yeah, it's a game to 1 for the team of Longwell and Jackson. Chad Jackson, Kim Dice. Speaking of Jackson's, now going to be facing off against Hempy and Reisner, having dispatched of Zach and Braden 21-14 just moments ago.
Can Jay and Wes hold out and keep Rob from the comeback again?
Boy.
And he,
A little bit of nerves there, do you think? He had the opportunity to maybe bully that bag out of the way and just run it up and
I think so.
Guarantee that point. Now he's got a little bit of work to do.
And they could
Is he going to run it through and get anything? Oh,
and that'll do it.
Do
and
it.
that's how it ends.
Boy, I'll tell you something. And that is a 4th bag blues that you
5 straight misses.
That is normally seen on an open board, but to not be able to get up there and run through that and take away a point is amazing. But, well, congratulations, Jay Longwell and Wes Jackson. They'll be moving ahead to the loser of, let's see, game 33. We'll figure that out up here. That'll be the Dorinka Shida match against Matt Davis and Sammy Van Sickle. So the loser will drop down to see that. Right now, Whaley and Parham up 13-5. They were up 11-0 moments ago. So a couple of good matches here now. The Collinses, Team Collins, going to be facing off against Van Sickle and Davis. And we will have, let's see what we're going to have.
So we have a wait. All the games are,
just getting underway, so we missed one just by
we could have pulled that Chad and Kim, Barry John game over here. They were still in their down and backs. These bags here on that board are live now. We just missed it.
Well, that's all right. It gives us an opportunity to reset the scene, and you've seen a lot more of the border than I think most of us have seen. There's lots going on in Buffalo, but you and the little one and your better half decided to explore the Canada, eh?
We did. The fireworks over the American Fault was something we were unexpecting, but it was very cool on a Friday night.
So you went over so you could see the Horseshoe Falls from the Canadian side. And the light show over there is pretty spectacular.
It's fantastic.
And, it's a lot of fun. It's a very Gatlinburg feel to the main drag as you run through there. But we had a great time there just a couple of years ago. As I mentioned, we ran up to Toronto and then up to Aurelia as well, which was cool. But, the falls from that perspective are really awesome. And it's what's crazy is the way that the falls are lit. You wouldn't believe how far the throw is on the lights that go across to light the falls.
Yes,
it's
and how
remarkable.
They move across the fault. It's insane.
It's amazing.
But it was very nice to see. The food on that side was very good. The portions are a lot smaller in Canada than they are in the U.S.
So are the people.
Yeah, well, there you go. All right.
I will tell you, though, we ate some stuff here at Riverworks. We had tater tot poutine, which comes highly recommended.
Okay.
The other thing that we would recommend, you don't need to order anything after that. We both ordered pot roast sandwiches, which are now sitting in the fridge back at the hotel. Massive portions.
Man.
Here at Riverworks. But this is a cool facility because it's here in the industrial part of the riverside and everything. There's an adventure course up here with zip lining and all kinds of bridges to walk and wooden plank bridges, all kinds of things. This hockey rink upon which we are set is doubled over here to our left, so further room for expansion in the future, but probably, 80,000 square feet of bar and restaurant space back here.
It's massive back there.
And I'd say it's funny, Heinerman, when we walk in there, he goes, the only thing, he goes, I can't believe I don't see in here is a mechanical bull in there. But was it Hempy, Barry Hempy, that said instead of a mechanical bull, they need a mechanical buffalo, which would make perfect sense. And then the bartender, we told him, he goes, don't tell the owners, they'll do anything. And he didn't say it with that accent. He said it much more upbeat. But it's been a lot of fun since we've gotten here. Adaptive was awesome on Thursday night. Again, congratulations to Russell Hot Wheels Love and Matt Batman Davis defending their world championships and taking the first purple jerseys of season 20 with the Adaptive. We had a dozen or so players. And again, the great thing about it, if you're new to the ACO or you've not really discovered Adaptive Cornhole, if you are wheelchair bound, you are welcome to play. The difference between cornhole and pretty much every other sport at this level, if you are a friend or a family member who is able-bodied, as long as you play from a chair, you are welcome to join in as well. Winner's semifinal is going to be rolling up here to find out who plays against the Hertz. Is going to be going live here in just a moment. So this will be Jacob Whaley and Daniel Parham against Stuart Graham and Hayden Fridley. Stuart Graham, part of the Big Blind Draw champion team last night with Kim Dice. So this should be a good one. Welcome aboard. Welcome to Center Court at Riverworks in Buffalo, New York. So how's the little one digging the trip so far? Wide-eyed, I'm guessing?
Very much so. Enjoyed the fireworks last night. Traveled well on the plane. She's not going to remember any of this, but Mom and Dad will remember this for her.
Of course, yes. Yes, please make sure you go way over the top for the first birthday party. It's the one they talk about the most as they grow up. The one we did for my daughter was just absurd. It was almost like I had the same feeling about a 1-year-old birthday party as I did about a wedding reception.
Yep.
Why are we doing this?
Yeah, her 1 year comes up in November, so she is in the rotation for those Thanksgiving birthdays.
I would love to think that the planning started months ago for this party.
Oh, big time. 2029 will be a Thanksgiving birthday for my baby.
Of course it will. You'll be giving thanks for so much more than just turkey and dressing.
And football.
And we made mention of the Fretwells also welcoming a new member to the family this week. So congratulations to them. Anybody that's celebrating anything here in the ACO family, if you're watching, throw it down there in the comments. Let us throw a little shout out to you when we get a break, which we do on occasion. Bike Life Jay says, let's go, Jacob and Daniel. Throw it down there in the comments. Make sure you're sharing the broadcast if you're watching along on the YouTube channel. We invite you to do that as well. Again, a little bit of a different sort of resolution on the video on Facebook than you're getting on YouTube. YouTube tends to be a little clearer. Nice bag by Stewart up and over the top for the only one down underneath the board. Good roll bag attempt there by Jacobs. He's going to go up and do it again. And he sits it up on top, so that'll be a PPR killer, but it'll be a couple of points.
6'4", 2'2". You saw Stewart try to short ammo, piggyback that one in, and he landed on the bag correctly. He just got no forward action. Just did not move.
Rob Cooksey, good morning. Are Jacob and Daniel in this? Yeah, they are. They're working their way towards the king seed game if they win with Caleb and Isaac Hurt in the winner's bracket. So there you have it. But again, share the broadcast. Yeah, a little fist pump there by Jacob Whaley. He's got to
it's a 12-6, I think it is.
Yeah, that's a big gut check right there for Graham and Parham. Little Nazareth rolling in the background. We do not own the rights to this music. Nazareth does. Oh, man. What is going on? Did somebody spray some Teflon on that side of the board?
Yeah, back-to-back from players. The caliber of these two is very interesting.
Yeah. I'll tell you, boy, Stuart Graham snuck one in there. He went as fast as he could and snuck in that little part of the hole right around 8 o'clock. Nice plugged up said hole. Jacob should just run straight through this, yeah?
Absolutely.
All right, so he's really going to force Stewart just to lay up, and he does, yep.
5-on-5.
Surprised he didn't try to cut it right to left, but maybe from the inside arm he didn't feel like he had the angle there.
Yeah, you'd have to throw it slick side down and kind of nudge the bag in front and gently to kind of bump her off and spin around. With the bag already off the board, that's a tough play.
It's a risk, yeah.
That's a tough play. It's also a mental thing. Like another bag goes off. But we'll see if Hayden can kind of calm down some nerves here. He gave up a 6 to Parm a round ago.
Oh,
faring
boy.
a little better here early in this round.
There's a lot of action on that right there. Good golly. All right, they're going to pick up a couple now with Stewart gathering everything up at 12 on 10. So I guess to your point, the damage was minimized, but not exactly eliminated.
Minimized, but that's still a better round. You know, coming up, giving a 6 and then a 2, you'll live with that. You can, like I said, you can live with the 1, you can live with the 2.
Right.
4, 5, 6, and as Stewart sends one off the backhand side. Can Whaley get that bag in front? He rolls right over the top of it, which is the perfect execution. Absolutely.
Yep. Perfectly done. Nice cleanup there. Leaving that middle open, and he's
and he only gets 1.
But he only gets the 1 out of it with the 1 off the back, yeah. Oh, Stewart at 10 on 9 now, makes it 11 on 2. Caleb and Isaac Hurt await the winners of this match. Let's see what's going on elsewhere in the bracket, if anything. A lot of games waiting to get started. Davis, Van Sickle, Hempy, and Reisner still waiting to start. Longwell and Jackson against Jarinka and Shida waiting to get started as the focus remains here on center court. Buffalo River Works, Buffalo, New York. Home of the Buffalo Chicken Wing. Oh, boy.
8-6.
I guess.
Yeah, 8-6.
Yeah. I guess the fourth bag blues hit right there again. He's shaking his head.
And it wasn't like, you know, a pile up in the middle of the board. They ran left and right of the hole.
Yeah, two
just like a line, yeah.
It was almost guideposts.
Yeah, that's a goal, and you just could not get it through the
nice
uprights.
Bag. Should run right through there. Nicely done by Stewart. That was a great bag there previously by Jacob, and then nice
another one. Yep.
And oh boy, and that has just been a killer for Stuart Graham. That's like 4 bags off the back.
It is, and you saw that time Jacob was able to convert 12-9.
It's going to cost him 3. Welcome to those checking us out. No matter where you are, we had some folks from Scotland and the UK checking everything out yesterday afternoon, I believe during the Thursday night stream. We ran the stream for the adaptive as well, so anybody all around the world. We've got some friends now that are checking things out from China as well. New Zealand, of course, typically the case. Checking it at some point over the course of the weekend. Probably hard for them to believe that we're already into season 20 since we just wrapped up. Nice bag right there for... It's going to be a couple. There's one sitting up top. Yeah, 8 on 6. Calm down, says Whaley. Chill out.
That's a good flop bag from Hayden. Capitalizing on points. You left Parm's bag where it was.
Mm-hmm. A little more arc in that bag there from Stewart that time. He said if it's going to run that fast, I'm going to lay it lower.
Absolutely. And those gustos are playing quick.
Yeah, they are.
And he's going to take a timeout. We're going to look at it.
Not a bad idea. He's got a little bit more of the hole to play with there, but he runs the risk of, because those bags are playing as quickly as they are.
Mm-hmm.
Which is funny because we just finished talking about how that's not happening at all, ever, anywhere. And now it's happening right now on top.
Well, I think, yeah, those gustos are not as carpety as other carpet bags.
Yeah. Carpety. I like that.
Carpety.
You should put a C with a circle around that. Yeah. Carpety.
Carpety.
If you think you know who's going to take down doubles, maybe you got a surprise guess. He just laid it low. You got a surprise guess against what would be the conventional wisdom. Put it down there in the comments. Let us know where you're watching from. We've got all day to get through doubles and then ultimately singles as well. Just a reminder of some of what's going on. The doubles teams that have 2 pros automatically now advance in majors to the main bracket, which gives opportunity to those. Oh, boy, that was a risky right there, and he almost lost it off the back. I'll tell you, Parham is just really taking advantage of very little real estate now to get there. Oh, okay, sorry,
and he can't capitalize.
My bad.
And
Look
it's a 10-10.
That is not what I was expecting that frame to finish at when it started. But it's never over, baby. That's the thing. It ain't over until I've mistakenly said it's over.
And that's the beautiful part about this game.
Yeah, it really is. And you do see the carpet side of those bags coming out of Jacob's hand, playing a little tackier, as you said, than those coming out of Stewart's paw. Throw some comments down there. Let us know where you're watching from. If you're watching on the YouTube channel, smash that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, make sure that you get updates on all content as it gets added to the channel. Well, he's thinking about this one a lot. Carpet side down, he cleans up two, leaves one a bit out of play, I think, there on the right side. Stewart makes sure it is.
There's no question that time.
Run through there and clean it up, leaving the middle open for Jacob if he wants it. He takes it. It's going to be a washing 10. I'd love to take credit for the phrase washing 10s, but
we always give our boy Alan a shout out for that.
Yes, Alan, not a pro.
That makes me laugh every time I see it on Facebook.
Yeah. Let's see what else is going on. Any other games in progress?
Yeah, we have the Matt Davis and Sammy Van Sickle, Barry Hempy, John Risner, Matt and Sammy lead 3-0. That's all that's going on right now. And you see Caleb and Isaac awaiting the winner of this game right here. Still showing 16-4 in favor of Jacob and Daniel here in ACO Buffalo. First pitch kickoff weekend.
So let me ask you that. That was a double four-bagger. Have we seen one of those yet this game?
Nope.
I think that might be the first one.
We've seen a double five.
Yeah.
And this Stewart has one on that backhand already off the back out there. We've seen not a lot of clean bags today. And that's a great bag from Whaley to sneak through and leave everything where it is. Is that a 10-3?
10 on 3, yeah.
That was a 10-3, and that'll do it.
That's going to finish it off. Jacob Whaley, Daniel Parham, 21-4 over Stuart Graham and Hayden Fridley. They will advance to the game that'll be up here on center court next against Caleb Hurt and Isaac Hurt, our defending world champions 3 times over, our defending doubles player team of the season 3 times over. So will there be, what after the 3-peat, what is it then, a 4-play? That sounds terrible. What would it be? A foursome?
Quad something. I don't think it's a foursome.
We'll have to figure that out. If you know what comes after a 3-peat, let me know. I don't think I've ever won anything four times in a row, so.
I've never won anything twice in a row.
I've never won anything once in a row with regard to cornhole. So center court awaits what should be a very interesting game. I'm going to find out just exactly how serious the Hurts are in this one, if they're just going to go all guns blazing, because Jacob's got his work cut out for him, keeping Daniel calm down. I think you pointed that out midway through the last match, and that's exactly right. That is exactly the case. So a little bit of warming up here going on center court, but this match is set to move this way. North Carolina Hammer Time bags. Right on. Thanks for checking in. I know that our boy Ryan LaBelle will be checking in from the shack if he isn't already, so I know we're up on the big screen there, and he's got his
our boy Ryan
bottle full of the good stuff ready to go for a day around the pool. I'll tell you what, I don't know if you saw any of this in the news, but apparently a meteor went flashing across the North Carolina sky yesterday and broke up with a sonic boom, but all the way down into the easternmost part of Kentucky, all the way across North Carolina. This was pretty big news for those who saw it. There was one fella, he seen it, he put it up over top, he put it on Facebook, and he didn't know what he's looking at there, and then he called 911, to which Heinerman and I were both discussing what are they going to do about it.
Right.
911, I'd like to report a flashing something going across the sky. You know what? Let us dispatch some choppers. We got you covered. Thanks for calling 911. Get in your bomb shelter, sir.
Yeah, can you connect me to Nevada? I need Area 51 real quick.
Yes, right. Sorry, that number is unlisted. Of course it is. Hang on, I can tune it in on my tinfoil hat. So Caleb and Isaac Hurt, we are awaiting their arrival here in center court with Jacob Whaley and Daniel Parham as their opponents. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. I think LaBelle is out at the doing the Ryder Cup at the beach.
Okay.
So he's not at the shack, not checking in for the shack, but I'm sure he's shirtless and fist bumping, so enjoy that at the beach. Folks, we had a little bit of rain, a pretty good sized storm rolled through here with some lightning and thunder that scared a few right out of their shorts, but cleared up nicely. We've got a little bit more possible in the
Looks like the
afternoon.
Court's been populated as the Hertz make their arrival.
Yep.
Here on center court, we await Jacob and Whaley and Daniel Parm to return. The first doubles king seat game
How about that?
for season 20 comes your way in moments here on the ACO Digital Network.
And I tell you, big grin across the face of Isaac the entire weekend. They rolled in about 2 o'clock in the morning, and he was back up at 7, ready to roll. But I'll tell you what, I've never seen somebody who enjoys being the king of cornhole as much as he has, except maybe Ferg.
Maybe
and Craig
Ferg,
Irvin.
yeah.
And, well, but I'll tell you something. He is nobody tells it better than he does. He flashes that grin. I think he had everybody up there buying him food all day long at the restaurant.
Royalty, obviously.
He had the wristbands made. Isaac Hurt, ACO King of Cornhole.
Yep.
Got the Hurt Locker T-shirts made. Well, so you know what? While we got a moment, who is the team that will unseat these two? If you're watching, I'd love to know who you think it's going to be. I mean, everybody gets up on Philip Barnett for picking him time and time again, but his point is well taken, and it is all you got to do is beat him.
Yeah, they win.
That's all you got to do, just beat them. Speaking of which, let's take a look at time to fill. His picks, he did correctly pick Josephina for the women's divisions. He picked Junior Williams for the seniors division, ironically, but missed that one. Isaac Hurt, he picked for juniors, got that one right. He is picking the Hertz.
Sammy won
doubles.
juniors.
What's that?
Sammy Van Sickle won
I'm
juniors.
sorry, that's right. He picked Isaac. Isaac got taken down by Sammy Van Sickle in juniors in what was a fun match to watch. He picked Team Hurt for the doubles, and he has picked Isaac to win singles. So I'm sure Caleb will have a little something to say with that about that. If not, a host of other players who are throwing some pretty lights-out bags
Absolutely.
this weekend. But who will be the team to unseat these two? Curious. What are your thoughts? You know one that's out there that you think might?
Looking at, so based on the board play we've seen from this major, not
Not
a ton
here?
yet. Not anybody here. There's no disrespect to the teams that are at this venue right this second, but I just haven't seen it yet. You've seen a lot of sloppy mistakes. You've seen the inability to capitalize. You haven't seen that. There's another gear you have to get to
Sure.
beat these two.
Right.
I haven't seen that gear yet.
No.
And we definitely will as the season continues.
Well, yeah, and we'll find out, I guess, on this one, too, what gear they're already in this early in the season. What gear they have, because and you can tell me, too, because typically the last couple seasons in August, we were rolling out for some exhibition and big money play at the Field of Dreams. We didn't have that this year.
Yep.
So the question is, a lot of these players that might have been out there for that had the full month off. I mean, other than just social play here or there. How many people did gear down and now have to find their way back up
Correct.
to compete at the highest level?
Absolutely.
And these guys did not gear down. I talked to both of them about what they've been doing, and they said, no, we're not going to let anybody come and get us. So they've stayed up at the top. Now, I would tell you, if Jacob is able to get Daniel to calm down, this could be a very, very solid game. So we shall see. Right now, just going hole for hole.
Absolutely. And we'll see who kind of blinks first.
Right. I'll tell you what. There are worse ways to start.
Finally.
Yeah, double four-bagger. Huzzah! Double 12s, a couple dozen down under. And we are off and running here on center court. Riverworks in Buffalo. Killer complex. Love every minute of being here. Right here on the Buffalo River at the easternmost end of Lake Erie. Lake Ontario, just a stone's throw away if you got a really good arm.
I can throw a baseball across these mountains.
Oh, up and over the backside. Look at that one just pinched up there, that Gusto bag.
Oh,
and
and
he's unable to take it.
Caleb can't let him off the hook, or does let him off the hook, I
Lets
should
him off
say.
the hook. That's
And
gonna
it's a
be
10-10.
A Washington that you did not expect to see right there, but
And
This-
now, so this season is going to be a whole lot of Isaac, won the King of Cornhole and beat his brother, which is awesome to see.
Sure.
But that was an uncharacteristic miss from Caleb Hurt. That bag kind of hit the bag in front, kicked out to the back right-hand corner. Are you going to see some of that because the mental isn't there?
Well, we saw it at the World Championships. And these guys both, when one falters, the other picks them up. And I think that is not just a hurt characteristic. That is a characteristic of any team that not only just telling somebody to calm down or giving good advice, but just physically going in the double 12s or double 4s right there. I would toast to you if I had anything to toast with. We're working on solving that issue right now. But again, picking it up not just in words but in actions. And these two have been very, very accomplished at doing that. Matt Davis and Sammy Van Sickle will now be facing off against Stuart Graham and Hayden Fridley, who you saw here moments ago after having just dispensed with Risner and Hempy. This game remains goose egg to goose egg.
And we talked about Caleb making a mistake. Jacob Whaley then was not able to convert on his mistake. And there's another one that Jacob just can't get it to fall down the hole. Caleb again to run through, and he pushes it off.
Back.
But that could still wash at 9s. Oh, no, Caleb's out of bags. Okay.
Nope, that's it.
If Whaley goes in, see, can you capitalize this time? And he doesn't. And Caleb gets one.
And not only does he do him the favor, he does them the point. The penny is posted now. And what's crazy is they got in at 2 o'clock in the morning, had a chance to talk with Becky, and very little sleep yesterday. All kinds of sleep opportunities last night. Now you wonder, are they a little bit groggy? Who knows? But I'll tell you something. We are watching a clinic on how to find the center of the hole going west to east here.
Absolutely.
You're welcome.
All right, Finn, put $1 in the Jinx jar.
Hoppin' John says, you and I will beat him. Rudy Fernandez almost beat him today, so there you go.
Yeah, I was going to say, that my dark horse pick was the Maz Hopin-Jan's pairing.
Is that right? Is that it?
Yep.
Is it Hopin-Jan's? Is that the proper pronunciation?
That's the official pronunciation, yes.
The Nordic pronunciation. Hoppin' John's just sounds a lot more fun.
Yeah.
But I'll go with Hoppin' John's.
Yeah, if I had a dark horse, it's the Maz and Hop combo.
There you go. I'll just go with Hoppy. That's what it says on the back of his jersey. I'll just go with
Correct.
That. Now, this is funny. Most people would say, I'm not going to chase that. Caleb chooses not to there, but if he wants to pick that up, he tends to be able to do that at will, and they hold a 5-0 lead. Will he go after and try to get it?
Nope.
Not able to do it. So
and much more conservative Caleb Hurd.
All right, Jacob picks up a couple there, so gets off the proverbial Schneid and a 5-2. Schneid being one of the Mississippi Ninjas' favorite words. We've yet to figure. He said, what do you keep saying, Schneid? What is Schneid? I go, I don't know, but it's something that people have to get off. We're going to hear a lot of that later today because there's going to be a political boat parade rolling down the Buffalo River sometime this afternoon. You're going to be hearing a lot of boat horns, my friends.
Yeah, that's not distracting at all or annoying.
We do not own the rights to the sound of those boat horns.
Actually, we do.
Oh, look at that. Little Scuba Steve off the backside.
Look at those Hurt Locker custom bags. Are those cool or what?
Yep, they've got shirts to match as well, so they're going to gather that 2 back. So 5-on-2 will become 7-on-2. And this is for the king seed here in doubles. Buffalo, New York. Singles pool play. And a singles champion still await here at Buffalo River Works.
This bracket has been moving and grooving right along, which I do think this format has just been worked out so well.
Yeah. Oh, and I got to give a tip of the hat to Jesse Hempy and Tammy and Junior Williams have run this thing. You know, we always talk about Clark Work and, you know, LaBelle tournament directors, Mia, Ray. These two run a very tight ship. In fact, last night as we were wrapping things up, and there's going to be a
10-10
washing 10s right there, Jesse Hempy said, okay, we're going to run this last match here for the big blind draw in center court, and after that, you got to go.
Yep.
It's just like, let's go. She had to get down to the Seneca Casino. And they were out of the parking lot before we were.
That's amazing. Hey, man, win in Canada. We were over there.
Oh, no, they made it as on this side.
Yeah,
it's
I
not
know.
far from here.
We were over there when we were on that side. I told Taylor, I'm like, hey, if we didn't have the baby, I'd be all over that casino in Canada.
Look at those two just waiting. Oh, man, and that thing's pinched.
I don't think
What's
it's
he telling
that
him?
pinched.
Is he telling him to shoot it? I think any contact's going to bring it.
Yeah, Caleb's saying go down, normal bag, go down and hard. You don't have to shoot at it.
Oh, and it doesn't. Do they need a rake? Oh, how about that?
And they do rake.
They do rake
and nothing moving.
falls. How about that? Well, there's a couple back there for Jacob Whaley and Daniel Parham.
I think that.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that should have been a.
That should have been
10-12. Let me check the numbers because I thought that. That's going to get annoying.
No, not at all.
What are we in, a Popeyes?
Well, just in case you were doubting that we were actually where we say we are. Oh, and now you're seeing, I see what it is. That was the horn to get the drawbridge up.
Oh.
Some bigger boat coming through. So this is a really cool area. This industrial spot down here on the Buffalo River is just awesome as these two continue to.
That was Isaac's first miss.
Was it?
That bag, yeah.
Yeah, oh, God. And Caleb lets Jacob off the hook right there.
Yeah, they put in a 12 on 10. That's right.
Wash. All right. Well, maybe I just missed it. I thought it was 7 on 4 before that happened, but this will be a 10 on 10. Washington's leaves it at 7 on 4. What else is going on down here in the losers bracket? Graham and Fridley up 7-1 over Van Sickle and Batman Davis. That's really the only one underway. So this is for the king seed here. Isaac and Caleb Hurt. You see wearing those gold jerseys. Champions from, you said these are the season 19 or 18s?
These are the world's 18.
World's 18s.
Yeah, but we're waiting to see what the world's 19 looks like. I'm very excited about that.
Oh, yeah, they would have to be because they aren't made yet.
Yeah, well, they should be.
Yeah, it is sometimes almost a foregone conclusion. Yeah, that manager had it. And I love that it was in the Lost and Found. We're going to have quite a few stories to share, I think, after this trip. Oh, very good. Max Gears, you will not have to provide another sweatshirt to Eric Heinerman. He was able to find all of his lost goods.
Yeah, now we're all comfortable.
Mm-hmm. Well, now we have something to toast as this game just took an interesting turn, 15-4.
And just like that, we talked about it again. Those big rounds, especially against a team like the Hertz, a team like Chad and Kim, you can't make those big mistakes.
Caleb's left one out to the left side as if to say, Jacob, I like you, my brother. Go ahead. Here, take a couple more. Don't give it back to me.
And he does give it back. 10 on 10. It does not move. And that's been the story of the day,
whole day, yep.
For anybody playing these kind of teams. You just can't capitalize.
It's really been the story of the weekend.
Yep. Whew. Yeah, we saw it a big time in the Kim Dice-Josephina game in the women's championship.
Yeah.
Neither one could capitalize on any mistakes, and eventually Josephina was able just to kind of bear down and win point here, point there. But there were plenty of chances.
Well, this is a game that requires that other gear, and part of that gearing up is being able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And
and there's a miss.
Another opportunity.
And he can't convert again.
Yeah, it's almost as if this has been scripted out.
Yeah.
Very rarely are we 90% accurate.
No.
But this particular time, I think we're there. Finn, the loudmouth for the ACO, and there's a boof right off the right side of the ball. Oh, God. Are you kidding me?
What is going on in the water in Buffalo?
I don't know.
But back to your original comment, Finn. Mad sitting alongside Finn, the loudmouth, here at the Buffalo Riverworks in Buffalo, New York.
Yes,
Kickoff weekend.
Struck dumb or dumber, I guess.
And Whaley still gets one, 9 on 8.
Oh, my God.
But ACO kickoff weekend, this is the ACO first pitch, the first major of Season XX, historic Season 20, and we are happy to bring it to you live and in person here on the ACO Digital Network. Jacob Whaley and Daniel Parham have some work to do as the reigning champion 3 times over. The Hurt boys lead 15-5. And we have seen uncharacteristic bags. We'll leave it at that.
Well, but again, it's the first time we've seen them on center court, which probably comes as oh boy. Another unicorn just flew across the center court here at Riverworks, but this is our first time seeing them on center court, so as a team, at least.
Yep.
And so, again, it's all about finding that gear. I did talk, Caleb said, on his property now, newly married, he is going to be building his own practice barn with a couple of sets of boards in there. So now they'll have one at the folks' house. He'll have a slab laid out. Jacob wants to go down and take a look. I'll tell you, the humidity has done him no favors under his hat.
Oh, of course not.
The has nothing to do with the board speed, but that wig jam is really in full effect. 15-on-7 is the score. Isaac and Caleb just chatting it up as Jacob and Daniel confer. But no, he said I said, because we were down there for the wedding and we were in their practice barn, and a spider that was probably, I don't know, a good 5 inches in diameter was on the wall. Rex went to smack it with his croc and it jumped, and we don't know where it went to. So we were all kind of doing, oh man, a big dance to try to avoid wherever that spider went.
That's awesome.
But he said Gracie was in there one day and she's standing on something. Oh my goodness.
Oh, and they pinch. 13-15.
Wow. So a 6 spot posted. So 15-on-13.
And that was
it hurts. Caleb puts up a 6.
That was the right bag from Caleb, and he hit it where he wanted to. He just didn't have the momentum to move it over.
Yeah, he made a teepee out of it.
Wow. And now Isaac can run through this, which he has to do.
Yeah, he's gonna have
you
to do it.
have to put a tourniquet to this game. And he flops over the back. That could still end up as a wash. That's not the worst thing, but he wanted points.
I think Daniel bullied his own bag a little bit out the way. That one sneaks in.
Yep.
Middle to left, as does that one.
A 10 for Parm and a 10 for Hurt.
Boy. All right, well, there's some work that needs to be done, and it seems to all now be coming from this side of the board.
Absolutely.
Or court, I guess I should say. But no, to finish that thought, their sister Gracie was in there one day. She goes, I've looked down under my foot, and it was something soft I was standing on. It was a copperhead. I'm like, what?
And that's normal.
Yeah. So I said, we're going to have any copperheads in your barn? He goes, no, but plenty of black snakes. There'll be plenty of black snakes to get rid of the little varmints that are running through. Caleb pitches one up tight. Jacob steps all the way out, as you would expect, to try to run through.
And that's okay.
Good bag.
And that's okay. And we'll see if Caleb goes up or goes hard. He chooses to try to roll over and can't go right to left. And yeah, Jacob, you cut around this bag all day. This is easy for you.
Yeah, so right now we're 5-on-3.
I don't know what the question is here.
Yeah, how many timeouts? That's his second and final timeout.
Yeah, so they're done. I don't know what the debate is. I think he's asking him, do I shoot at that bag that's sitting at the bottom of the pile and go hard at it? I would never.
Because he risks taking
Nope.
that pinched bag there from Caleb with him.
Because if you go in, if you go in, you sit on 8, it's 8-3, and you make Caleb make a decision because that's a tough spot to be in.
Yeah.
I step out, I go slick side down and just kind of put it through that lane that's sitting there for me.
He stood out. He's coming right to left.
And that's okay because then if Caleb tries to go down through the middle, he brings that bag with him.
So right now it's 6-on-3.
And he's content to lay up.
6-on-4.
Yep.
All right, so now we're all knotted up at 15. So one sort of answers the question we asked at the very beginning. What gear are they in? I would say second right now, maybe not with a 5-speed. You think they're in second or third gear? I mean, Jacob and Daniel have played them smart.
And here's the thing. They have weathered the storm. They have taken that first punch, and then they punched back.
Yeah.
And we're sitting 15-15. It was 15-4.
Yeah.
And we thought this game was going to be over. It's 21-4. Move on to the next one. It's 15-all.
Yeah, and Dan has calmed down significantly.
He has. But the Jacob Whaley side is the side that's won this game for him, and you give credit to Dan because he's just keeping it close.
Yeah.
Like Isaac's throwing an 11-something, and he's just in there fighting for his life to keep it around. It's 12-12.
All right, well, cheers. Double 4-bagger.
There's the first one. We can actually cheers.
There it is, right on. A little spicy Mary. I like that Hammer Time Cornhole jersey that Daniel's wearing. Very cool.
Those are nice.
Of course, I love to see the red, white, and blue of those pro jerseys, and certainly that gold of the champions jerseys. Boy, I tell you what, he hit low and was able to pull that up there, and Jacob says, not again. I'm going to do it again unless you're going to roll over me. He says, all right, I'll cut right, left, and then take it up.
Ooh, that's a great bag by Whaley.
It's really nice.
Don't think I would not shoot for this bag down no way. You go down, you give up 2 if you have to.
Yeah.
That's okay because I think Caleb's bag brings it if he goes in. This would be a crazy backdoor airmail.
Is he going to try it at 15s? Risking running it off the back?
Yep.
No, he went low. Huh. Well, it is what it is.
Don't love that one. If you're going to do that, just push through it.
Yeah, why not just run through it, except for you run the risk of skipping through, I guess. But he was throwing sticky side down. I don't know that would have been
No, I agree.
too big a problem.
Interesting.
All right, the audience continues to build here on the ACO Digital Network, whether you're watching along on Facebook or maybe the more rich Corinthian picture quality on YouTube. You can certainly throw your comments down in there and let us know what you're up to today, where you're watching from, as this game continues to be a slugfest with the Hertz grabbing another couple of points.
19-15
get a little bit closer to that 21. Business as usual. Daniel says, come on, Jacob, bring it back to me. Bring it back to me.
And now we're in the no mistake territory for Jacob and Daniel.
Correct. Brock says, yo, what's up? What's up? Right back at you. Good bag there. He didn't like it, but I think he should probably be happy with it. Nice right to left there. You know, it's interesting, too. I've noticed over the last couple seasons, nice bag from Jacob. I've noticed over the last couple seasons the dynamic between Isaac and Caleb has changed. Only in as much as it seems like now it's more Isaac. Oh, nice airmail. What a shot.
What a risk. Oh, my goodness.
Really risky, but they pick up a couple to get him to 17. But it's Isaac now calming Caleb down.
Yep.
Whereas before, Caleb was always one going, hey. But over the last 2 seasons, it's really, I think, Isaac has been taking the lead on that.
And that's all about the development. We've seen, and a lot of times it's in the junior division. We see, the
maturation,
unlevel-headedness, coming, because it's a passionate game. A lot of people want to win, a lot of people want to play well, and when you don't, that's upsetting. But we've seen the maturity levels grow. And Isaac's one of them. I mentioned Bryce Jefferson's always one of them. And we've just seen their game development has gotten better, and that's nice to see. And then also their maturity levels have gotten better.
Cheers, double 4-bagger, nicely done. A couple dozen. Team Gammon out in front of Dorinka and Shida. 9-1 right now in the losers bracket as these two teams on center court continue to battle for the king seat. Many greetings from Nuremberg. My man Renee checking in. Met Renee and his team in from Germany back in Vegas back in the day. Good to see you, my friend.
Good
Great bag
from Caleb Hurt, absolutely.
Danny Rich says almost football time. Nice cleanup there in Tennessee. Go Vols. What's up? I will laugh oh boy.
And if Caleb can get this bag, it is over.
He's going to do it. Yep. Sitting on 19. All he has to do is run it through and pick up 2.
Swing of the right arm. And he doesn't get it to
he
fall.
Gets the one. The other one stays pinched.
Man.
Boy, as quick as those bags have been playing, too.
Yep.
Wow. All right. Well, an opportunity missed there, but a Washingtons leave us with a 19-17. Now, I mentioned Haley Clark making it to the top 10 in MasterChef Generations. Her post was thrilled to be in the top 10, but unfortunately that last challenge, because she's Bama all the way, she had to wear the orange apron. She said it about made her puke.
Yeah. No, I can understand that.
What?
And so that's a great bag from Daniel.
Yeah.
Because you saw Isaac tried to go kind of cut around left to right, and he just couldn't.
Ooh,
and now the pressure's on.
All right, well. The thumb, he's going up, and he goes over and off to the back. What a bag.
And we'll see now. They need at least 4.
Oh, nice airmail there.
He's got
pressure.
Daniel has to go in, and he doesn't. Isaac can go in, and this game is tied. If he goes on the board, it's over. If he goes off, it's over.
All right, well, we saw him drain the airmail. Thumb is
swinging the right arm.
Over. And he doesn't. How about that? What a shot under pressure.
19-19. It's a race to 2.
Boy, and you know what? Again, cheers to Daniel, like you
Absolutely.
said. He put him on the spot, and very few players would answer that spot the way that he just did. But kudos to Jacob and Dan. 19-19. What a game.
And I kept seeing Daniel mouth the word, damn it. because he knew that bag is in, it's over. Isaac couldn't do anything with it. He would have had to have bar soaped Daniel's bag in the middle of the board and shot it off the back.
And I'll tell you what, the arc on that bag did not look like a typical airmail, but he's got that, especially with the bag kind of in front, but he does have that low trajectory airmail that just like it's on a zip line.
And this could do it. Whaley has to get both of those bags in if Caleb goes down, and he does.
He does.
Whaley has to get all these bags. He goes up, and he doesn't go, and it's over.
That's going to do it. Game over right there. So the King seat will be held by Team Hurt, the doubles champions for the last 3 seasons, doubles team of the year for the last 3 seasons. But what an effort by Jacob Whaley and Daniel Parham, and they will roll down into the losers bracket, and this may be the precursor to a rematch coming up here in
I'd love to see it.
Just a little while. That was a great match. So Todd and Matt Gammon up 13-2 over Ron and Matt. And Dorinka and Shida looking to be a team I've not seen on center court before. So, but who knows? They could make the comeback here out of the losers bracket. So Tristan Rudy and Rudy Fernandez, Team Rudy Tootie, as I like to call them, that they don't like me to call them.
That's fair.
Awaits the winner of that one. So we've got ourselves a little break. Yeah, we'll run a quick look at some stuff that's going on here. Who knows? Maybe we can get Kate, K-A-I-T-E, to come back and bring us back to center court. But for the time being, the King seat is being held by our world doubles champions 3 times over, Caleb and Isaac Hurt. But congratulations again, Dan Parham and Jacob Whaley. What a fight. This could be the beginning of what could be a very, very cool rematch in doubles. Live from Buffalo's Riverworks here on the Buffalo River. We will be back to center court in just a few. Make sure you tune in and throw us up there on the big screen on that smart TV. And we'll have a lot more for you through the course of the day from Buffalo on the ACO Digital Network. Hey, it's Finn from the American Cornhole Organization with a question for you. Do you remember the most fun you've ever had playing cornhole? Think about it. You might think you do, but you don't. And you know how I know? Because if you're not a member of the American Cornhole Organization, you haven't had the most fun you've ever had playing cornhole yet. You're just a couple of clicks away from joining the worldwide cornhole community, where you'll be able to play down the street or across the country with players of all skill levels and even the pros of the American Cornhole Organization, the governing body of the sport and the fun of cornhole since 2005. Head to AmericanCornhole.com to learn all about the ACO and how to become a member of a local group near you. The most fun you've ever had playing cornhole is waiting for you. So, is it time to take your game from the sidewalk to center court? We can't wait to find out, and we can't wait to see you. Let's have some fun. AmericanCornhole.com and the ACO remind you, keep on pitching.
A long time it's taken me, but I figured out now to some degree. This life, it happens fast. I'll enjoy the time in this hourglass. Yes, I will, oh yes, I will. Yeah, I've looked in what I see. It's not what you've been, it's what you're gonna be. 'Cause this world we're walking through, it'll dig you out or it'll bury you. Yes, it will. So now I know I'm alive. Oh, now I know I'm alive. On I go on the ride. This life I live, I'm alive. Sweet tooth in a candy store. Yeah, I'm more awake than I was before. I know now like I never knew. I'm alive inside and I'm telling you, yes I am. It's got me feeling high and I won't come down. I got
sign. Money don't come easy, so most of us are chained to being busy till we can earn a little piece of my mind. What does it mean to be free? To be free in this American dream. Oh, help me believe life is more than what we've been told it's supposed to be. Oh, la la let me be. La la let me be. La la let me be free. La la let me be. La la let me be. La la let me be free. And it's such a mystery.
Hey Holeheads, it's Frank Gears, the Cornhole Dude, the founder of the American Cornhole Organization. I want to take a moment to tell you why we'd love to have you as an ACO certified official. But it occurred to me that it might make more sense to hear it straight from our COs themselves.
It's so satisfying because you get to encourage other players, and then the next thing you know, they're going on and they're going to majors with you, and they're doing great there. And
The people that we've met, we would have never known these people if it wasn't for Cornhole. And that's what I get more out of it. I mean, it's some people that I have the utmost respect for because of Cornhole now. And they have our back, we got their back, and that's just kind of the way it's worked out. So that's what you develop as a CO.
I like being a CO because I get to meet a lot of new people, and I like organizing stuff and making sure things are running smoothly.
But one of the things that I really love about being a CO is it's local, it's my area, it's my friends, it's my people, it's my group.
Are you kidding me? I literally look forward to this every single time. Every major, every regional, we're always super pumped. Our calendar is stacked with ACO Cornhole stuff, believe it or not.
I couldn't have said it better myself. No, really, I couldn't. Since 2005, the ACO has not only been the worldwide governing body of the sport of cornhole, but we've led the way in innovation, national touring, and most importantly, the growth of the sport we love. Let's get you on boards at AmericanCornhole.com/CO, and let's keep growing the game and the fun together. Welcome to the ACO family. Keep on pitching.
When was the last time you looked forward to a family reunion? Yeah, that's kind of what we thought. How'd you like to be part of an ACO family reunion? Because the American Cornhole Organization is always looking to add new names and new games and more smiling faces to the family, and you and your friends and neighbors are exactly who we have in mind. Become an ACO member now, and you'll find players, tournaments, and more in and around your area. All ages and all skill levels are welcome. Join the ACO to play and party with the pros and the entire ACO family. Go to AmericanCornhole.com/membership, and remember, everyone can play, and the minute you sign up and start playing with ACO, you've already won. The American Cornhole Organization. Keep on pitching. Hey, it's Finn from the American Cornhole Organization with a question for you. Do you remember the most fun you've ever had playing cornhole? Think about it. You might think you do, but you don't. And you know how I know? Because if you're not a member of the American Cornhole Organization, you haven't had the most fun you've ever had playing cornhole. Yet. You're just a couple of clicks away from joining the worldwide cornhole community, where you'll be able to play down the street or across the country with players of all skill levels and even the pros of the American Cornhole Organization, the governing body of the sport and the fun of cornhole since 2005. Head to AmericanCornhole.com to learn all about the ACO and how to become a member of a local group near you. The most fun you've ever had playing cornhole is waiting for you. So, is it time to take your game from the sidewalk to center court? We can't wait to find out, and we can't wait to see you. Let's have some fun. AmericanCornhole.com and the ACO remind you, keep on pitching.
A long time it's taken me, but I figured out now to some degree. This life, it happens fast. this hourglass. Yes, I will, oh yes, I will. Yeah, I've looked and what I see, it's not what you've been, it's what you're gonna be. 'Cause this world we're walking through, it'll dig you out or it'll bury you. Yes, it will. So now I know I'm alive. Oh, now I know I'm alive. Oh, and I go on a ride. This life I live.
Rudy, 60 seconds. We'll tell you when. Yep. You guys go down or whatever. I'll tell you when.
Yeah, I'm more awake than I was before. I know now like I never knew. I'm alive inside.
Get
and
big,
I'm
get ahead.
telling you, yes, I am. It's got me feeling high and I won't come down. I got a big idea I wanna show you.
Welcome to the historic American Cornhole Organization Season 20 opening weekend from Buffalo, New York. Let's get to center court with Finn and Mad Maz.
Thank you, Kate, Kaite, for that warm introduction as we welcome you back to ACO Center Court here on the ACO Digital Network. Mad Maz sitting to my left is Finn Rock, the loudmouth of the ACO. We return to the ACO Buffalo Major here in Riverworks, Buffalo, on the Buffalo River. I've said Buffalo 4 times. Main bracket doubles continue. I think this is the elimination quarterfinal, so we're down to about 5 teams. We're getting close to crowning that doubles champion. The Gammons, Todd and Matt, Rudy Fernandez and Tristan Rudy Tooty, as Finn calls them.
Tooties.
It is a good one coming up here. I think these bags are live. I just saw a fist bump and the scoreboard's going active. We'll see what they punch in. 12 on 10, the Gammons lead early 2-0. As we welcome you back, thanks for sticking with us through those commercials, and doubles will continue to its conclusion. Right here in front of you, we'll have 4 games, all bang, bang, bang right in a row, and we'll crown a doubles champion here for the first time in ACO Season 20.
And I'll tell you something, boy, that was a hard-fought battle for the King's seat. We very well could see Daniel Parham and Jacob Whaley back coming out through the losers bracket, or could it be Team Gammon? I mean, it's very interesting to watch the Gammons when they play together versus individually. Mm-hmm. They play, it seems, completely different games. There's a chemistry between them when they play. Now, like the Hertz and other family members that play, as we've seen, Chad and Kim. I've not seen Chad play a lot solo, but I don't see as big of a difference as I do between the Gammons when they play individually versus as a team.
Absolutely. But it is interesting that there are those differences. It's very interesting to watch.
Let's see if they are. Oh, they are. They're underway. 2-0.
Why do people do that?
It's all right. All right, let's go. Team Gammon, I'll tell you. 10 on 10 Washingtons. I'm going to tell you, here's something I want to ask a favor. I mean, if you ever go, let's say, to the Masters.
Yeah.
Okay. Or I don't know. Yeah, let's just say the Masters. If you happen to go, I want you just to walk up to Jim Nance at some point on the 18th green and just start talking to him, because he's not doing anything.
Stand in front of the camera.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Oh my God. Walking in front, it is what it is, baby. That's why I love this game. The spontaneity, the blissful ignorance, which is not meant to be a slam, but just a knowing what's going on around you. Most of life is having an understanding of what's happening around you. But I'll tell you something. Sometimes it's nice to just not care. As these guys continue firing it, to not care to that level. The team Rudy's, Tristan Rudy and Rudy Fernandez, up 4-2 over Team Gammon. So my point earlier is, I guess the reason I bring that up is watching these two play together is one thing, but it seems like, and I was talking to Heinerman about this, it seems like the last 5 tournaments, majors that I've been to, Todd Gammon is typically in the big blind draw final, or right there in the final 4.
Yep.
Almost every single time. So he is a really good pickup for any kind of blind draw tournament. Whereas Matt doesn't seem to fare as well with an odd partner. Now together, they're a whole different animal. I don't know. Maybe I've belabored the point, which is one of my specialties. But nevertheless, welcome back. Buffalo River Works here, Buffalo, New York, as the game is knotted at 4 in this losers bracket quarterfinal. Let's see where we are elsewhere. Stuart Graham and Hayden Fridley await the winner of this match, and then Jacob Whaley and Daniel Parham will be awaiting the winner of that match, and we will work our way, as Maz just told you, all the way till we crown a doubles champion here in Buffalo. Little Paul McCartney to soothe the Savage Beast in the background. Oh, boy.
And he wanted to make sure he did not touch Matt's bag. Mission accomplished.
He almost touched the pitch pad. I almost hit the lights with that one, did Rudy.
Yeah, he was closer to the ceiling than he was the hole there.
Yeah. I do. One of my favorite players in the ACO, Rudy Fernandez.
Always a fun time, that's for sure. Always a fun time.
And there's no player in this entire organization whose face and name on his jersey are so mismatched.
Yeah, right? That's awesome.
It should be Rudy O. Fernandez. Oh, glad to have you along if you're checking us out on the ACO Digital Network, whether it be on Facebook or on the YouTube channel. Who do you think's going to take the whole thing? Who's going to win singles? Who's going to win doubles? Will it be the Hertz? Will it be somebody else? If you saw that match with Whaley and Parham earlier, I don't know. I'd be curious to see what you think. Throw it down there in the comments. You got anything else to let us know where you're watching from? Oh, Todd. Oh, Todd.
Oh, Todd.
That's an 8-on-8. 2 snowmen on such a balmy day here in Buffalo.
It is.
But, yeah, throw something down there in the comments. Let us know where you're watching from. Are you having a bit of a watch party? Are you out at a bar somewhere already? If so, you might want to call somebody. You need some help? Nah, it's 11:46 Eastern. You're good. It's 5 o'clock out in the middle of the Atlantic. So it's good.
We talked about, as we'll see, doubles main work its way to the conclusion. The new thing ACO does this season is enhanced tier play.
Yeah.
And we're going to break that down just a little bit. That is now seeded by your PPRs, no longer seeded by your pool play results. So going 0-2 in pool play doesn't necessarily mean you'll go tier 3. Going 2-2 in pool play doesn't necessarily mean you'll go tier 2. It all depends on your team PPR. That's how that works. There's 4 different tiers. So there's main bracket, tier 2, 3, 4, and 5. Tier play is seeded by your season PPRs, and then your season points is how the seeding goes. But you're placed into tiers based on similar competition and similar PPR player levels.
Yeah.
So it's to kind of help even the playing field. It's so new teams that are getting involved in the ACO don't have to go against, a sledgehammer of a team and then you kind of turn off their interest to it. It's to really build that player base. And it's great work by the ACO to kind of get more players involved, get more teams kind of getting a new fresh start. And there's more trophies, more winning, more. So all tiers are going to have their results and standings tracked. There's going to be team of the season for tier play.
Yep.
It's going to be fantastic when it all comes to a conclusion here in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Well, in tier 3, Danny Miller and Jamie Gayhart are posing with their trophies already. Darren Bell and David Reese took tier 4, so that's cool. They got little circular trophies that mimic those of the other divisions, which are awesome.
Those are super cool this season.
Yeah, they came out and they look completely different, and I think you're spot on there, I think, with the ability to get in here and work your way through. And here's the other thing. It reduces sandbagging.
Yep.
You can play up a level, but you can't play down. With regard to PPR, you have the opportunity to work your way up through. And a great example of that is Jennifer De Pasquale and Michael Ravenhorst Jr. yesterday, who ended up winning the co-ed the co-ed.
Yep.
And they came out last year here in Buffalo, and they won Tier 2. And they said to themselves, we're going to win co-ed next year. And they came back, and they did it in a very hard-fought battle. Rudy took a chance, bounced one off the back.
Absolutely.
It was, and Gaiman says, a nice bounce. But, this one might be getting away from him a little bit here, 12-7. But, yeah, so it was cool to see them come in, take Tier 2, and then work their way through. And she says their plan really was to try to come in and take doubles in general. But I think that dream was put to rest a little while ago. I'm going to figure out who it was that maybe took them out. Look back through here. Oh, yeah, it was Chad Jackson and Kim Dice. Go figure. But it was 21-14. That seems to be a common score through Team Jackson and Dice. 12-7 is what you're looking at right now. A big uh-oh coming. One of the more vociferous players in the ACO, Todd Gammon, telling Matt earlier during the down and back that he needs to get into the gym, I do believe. Was it Matt or was he telling
It was
that to
Rudy.
Rudy? Oh,
Talking to Rudy. Yeah, Rudy front-boarded one.
Front-boarded a little warm-up bag.
But nevertheless, it's 16-7 in favor of the Gammon clan.
That bag's pinched out. It looks like it should fall. But, man, it just wants to hang up there. It looks like it's, as you like to say, sitting in the hot tub with its arms out.
Arms outside the hot tub.
Look at that.
Rudy chooses not to go, kind of lays up in front. Now does Matt shoot this bag? He goes down and
he's cutting
hard.
it left to right, puts one in, puts one off.
Rudy for 3. Nope, he'll give up 2. 9-7.
Yeah, Gaiman tells Rudy, good shot. Yeah, for you.
Oh, man.
18-7. I'll tell you what, it is funny to sit and watch these matches and just the different characters that roll in and out.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Rudy says, anybody hear something? I don't hear anything. You hear anything?
And they're all having a great time, and that's the beautiful part about the ACO is there's just so much of this.
Yeah.
Palling around.
Yeah.
We want to win. They take it competitively, but there's so much of this, and it's so nice to see.
Well, it'll be nice. I'll let Todd know that even in spite of the holiday, the trash talking will be emptied on the same day, even though there is a holiday this coming week. So he can put his trash talking out on the same night.
And Rudy finally get back into the scoring column, 12-10. That makes it 18-9.
18-9, yep, doubled up. Stuart Graham and
Hayden Fridley
await the winner, yeah. I see Wheels out there. He's geared up at 27 feet, and that is something, we should congratulate he and Matt Davis for having taken the championship match in the adaptive, again, defending their world championship from season 19. But and they throw it 24 feet. For those, that was something we were talking about earlier. If you'd like to play with a family member or a friend who is wheelchair bound, as long as you play from the chair as well, you play from 24 feet. That is subject to change as we build the division, but there are a handful of majors where we're going to be including adaptive this year as it continues to grow. But I'll tell you something, Hot Wheels, he throws 27 feet pretty spot on. He really does. As these guys continue to stack all around the hole. Matt's going to come in and try to go left or right. Oh, he's trying to shoot it and pull, and he does.
It
what a shot.
And that'll end the game.
Wow. What a shot.
What a bag.
Yeah.
Ooh, did it not end the game?
Oh, no, it took him to 20. That's right.
What?
That's right. Because, he had one sitting up off the back
he
left
did.
side. Yeah.
Oh, I thought, man.
No, it was, you were enamored of the drip, and that was very well done. What a shot. And we haven't seen a lot of that today.
We haven't
seen a lot of bags get grabbed and taken down under. So 20-9, they've definitely got their work cut out for them to Team Rudy. Uh-oh. And now will Fernandez trash talk Todd for that delightful shot? Probably not.
Todd having some issues finding the hole, looks like.
Tristan Rudy comes to run it up through, stacks it up, big old pile of mess, as my man, the Mississippi Ninja, likes to say. Oh, look at those two sitting there. He should be able to get them. Oh, and what comes and drops off the back?
And he'll get one.
He's just going to get one instead.
Yeah, 9-8.
All right, well, 20-10. 1 point left to get for Team Gammon.
We just saw another tier champion crowned in the background. Not sure what tier that one is, but they're holding their circular plaques.
I'm sure I will get a notification from the mama bear of the SVC, Tammy Williams. She's providing all the content for the commentary there. Nice airmail right there from Rudy Fernandez. He seems as surprised as anybody that it went in.
Good
Nice
push
bag.
by Matt. What a bag.
Is he going to try it again? No, he's going to try to reblock, but left a little bit more than he'd like to.
And Matt knows. Matt knew it.
Todd not so happy there. Oh, and he puts one off the back, and I think, well, he's got
actually on to win, I think.
On to win.
8-7. Yep, 8-7.
That's going to do it. All right, well, Team Gammon advances to take on Hayden Fridley and Stuart Graham. That'll take place here on center court. Jacob Whaley, Daniel Parham will be taking on the winner of that. And then we will have Caleb and Isaac Hurt defending the championship from season 19, season 18, season 17 here on center court. Buffalo River Works, what a facility. Going to be a great day of cornhole as we wrap things up on doubles here over the next hour or so. And then we will work our way into singles play. Lots of good stuff. Now, don't forget, this is a doubleheader weekend to kick off the historic season 20 from the ACO. We wrap things up here today, and then we turn things over to Team Clearwater, the OCC Roadhouse. That'll be Andy B. and Steffi. They will take care of the action coming to you from the Sunshine State. And a doubleheader to kick off the season, no better way to do so, even a little bit earlier than we have in the past. Lake Charles is in the offing as well, and tickets are on sale if you want to play throughout the month of September. Shortly, October will all be released, and what a season. We've added a lot of new cities. We're looking to go to a lot of new places. We announced that the World Championships are going to be in Tulsa, Oklahoma. That's awesome because it opens up the World Championships to players a little bit further west in the country that maybe not always be able to make it to where it was Owensboro or even a Branson. So, and I think to those who are wondering why Tulsa, it's exactly that. The opportunity to open it up. It can't always be in your backyard.
It'd be nice, though.
Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't it be great? I mean, trust me, it's a 3.5-hour drive for me to Owensboro. However, I'm looking forward to getting to Tulsa. We have some other big plans, but it'll always kind of bounce around the country to make sure you have an opportunity to come out and get a little on you, as they say. So maybe this year it's not exactly right in your backyard, but who knows what'll happen next, and who knows what'll happen next. Well, actually, to be honest with you, you're going to know what happens next and next pretty soon, but I can't tell you just right now. But the bottom line is, how do we open up the sport to more players from around the country, around the world? The details coming on the ACO Europe Majors, plural.
Can't wait.
Is coming very soon. Manchester, England will be a return spot, and Birmingham, England will be our second ACO Europe Major. Daniel Lilly and his team furiously working to put all of that together. So the bottom line is bring the game to more people, bring more people to the game, and to try to do so as economically as possible. For those who, it's funny, I'll give you an example, and this is just off the cuff while these two teams continue to warm up. Las Vegas, great spot for cornhole. Hubs has done a great job of building the cornhole universe throughout the last decade plus in Las Vegas. You know, a lot of people love the glitz and the glamour and the bigness of Las Vegas. A lot of people say it's too expensive. It's not for me. So you have to have that mixture of location and affordability. So the bottom line is, I'm not making excuses. I'm just trying to make points for you. And I'll tell you something, looking forward to getting out to the convention center in Tulsa. There will be a major this season.
Did they touch it?
Well, we have a question here. Todd. No. Got a question about a bag that was hanging. I was here talking about Tulsa, and they were already underway. Nobody's doing Bath. All right, they're going to agree, I suppose. The 5-second rule on the drip. All right, so it's going to be a point. And when you ask, well, what happened? He goes, I don't know. I'm drinking a beer.
Yeah,
all right,
that made me laugh.
It's kind of on you. Craig Irvin on his way to Florida to Clearwater in the OCC Roadhouse. Just posted there in the comments. Glad to have you along if you're watching on Facebook or on the YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button. We're 1-0 here on center court between Team Gammon. And I'll tell you something. Stuart Graham and Hayden Fridley have done a nice job. Stuart Graham's had a pretty good 24 hours here on not only on the courts here in Buffalo, but on center court. He walked away at the big blind draw with Kim Dice last night, up and over. Oh, boy, and he kind of anti-piggybacked himself, did Matt. He bounced one up, dropped their bag, and sat up on top of his. So that's going to be a 12-on-8. That'll be a 4 spot. So the earlier controversy now seems to be diluted at 4-1. That should drop there from, well, I was going to say from gravity's sake, and then Todd does him a favor, and he pays the favor right back, does Stewart. So that's going to be a washing 10. Leaves us at 4-1 here. Again, everybody battling to get to the king seed holders. The Hurt Locker, Isaac and Caleb Hurt, looking not only to defend their World Championship in doubles from season 19, but 18, but 17 as well. Those gold jerseys shine brightly. What a great bag right there from Hayden. Nice collection. Oh, and then he backs it up with that off the back side of the board. So it's going to be a opportunity for him to right the ship, and he does. So that's what, 9-on-8. So that should be
another one.
Net one. The penny goes up. So that'll be a 5 spot against a George Washington. Stewart finds his center, finds his track. It was a very interesting pitch as well. Kind of a lunge that, open-mouthed lunge that takes his right shoulder almost over. It's interesting, it doesn't carry his foot over.
I didn't notice the open mouth thing until you said that, and now that's all that I'm noticing.
What's funny is I've over the last couple of seasons, I've started noticing facial expressions because they are each as unique as the pitch style themselves.
Absolutely.
It's also inarguable. It's not something that a player can come back and go, I don't make that face when I do that. I'm like, really? Here, look.
We're watching it.
Take a look.
Live.
I'm watching your actual face that's attached to your actual head. If you'd like to watch the replay, you can. All right, Hayden's got one. Little dirty diaper sitting up on the back of the hole. I don't think Matt did what he wanted to do there. He left a little bit of a gap, which has now been plugged. So is he going to go up? He's got one under. So it's right now it's 5-on-3.
I think he shoots it.
Nicely.
And that's okay. He piggybacks kind of everything.
Nicely cleaned up, and Hayden drops one in. So that'll be what?
2, 10-8.
2, yep.
I thought he hit that way too short, and it just had enough momentum to carry through those bags. That was a good bag by Matt Gammon.
Yeah, that was sort of a shock effect right there that carried through those bags. Yep.
I did not think they were going to fall at all.
Hayden Fridley getting a lot of love online. If you're watching from anywhere around the country or around the world, let us know. We'd love to know where you're eyeballing things from. What's the weather like where you are? Perfect day here in Buffalo. Maybe a little rain a little bit later on, but hopefully nothing that should bother gameplay.
No.
All right. That one's pretty simple to tally, but it's another deuce for Todd and Matt Gammon. 12-on-10 makes it 7-on-5. Finn, the loudmouth for the ACO, proud to have been so for a number of years, so many that I don't recall. Isaac Mad Maz Mazanka side by side with me here. A family affair for you this trip as these guys continue to locate the center of the hole.
It has been, and that's the beautiful part about, the World Tour that gets put on every year is all the places we get to go. Like, I really don't go to Buffalo for anything other than, now this, and, got to bring the family, and
Sure.
the baby got to go to Canada for the first time, and, almost got stuck in Canada. It's a whole other story. But, yeah, just the opportunities to travel and see different things. It's, you talked last season when we were in Toledo about make sure you get out and see things. Don't just spend it at the venue, take some time, go do stuff where you are. And, yesterday was a good example of that after I had an international crisis.
Fortunately, we didn't have to call in the embassy.
Yep.
But,
man. Do we have a United States Embassy in Canada? I don't think we should have.
I think so. I think it's a guy named Jeff.
Yeah, okay.
He just stands over there and goes, well, let me do my best for you, you dumbass. What'd you do wrong?
Walk back across the bridge. There you go.
Yeah.
On your way.
All right, so 7-on-7 now, knotted.
And Hayden with another bag that's out of play. We haven't seen as many off the back from Stewart as we saw in the winners bracket game.
Yeah, he seems to have pulled back just a little bit, and he's throwing the same direction. So that board is the same board he's been throwing out throughout the course of the day. I'll tell you right now, Hayden's having a tough time finding that center after we were just bragging on their ability to do so. Is he going to be able to clean anything up? And I'll take one down under.
Matt for 4, and he sneaks it in, leaves Hayden's bags where they are.
10-on-6.
11-7. Man, oh man. And you talk about the blink of an eye, all of a sudden, those 4 or 5 point rounds, that adds up. And you have to minimize that as best you can because it comes at you out of nowhere. I don't know what we're conferring about, but the score is right as far as I've seen it.
I'm curious, who was it that called it out? I mean, there was a 10-on-6, so it should be 11-7.
Yeah, they mess. Stop messing with it. How about that? Stop messing with it.
Yeah, we'll let them decide. And again, a self-governing sport. We've talked about this. If you decide you want to call somebody out for a foot fault, that's up to you. As we get into the World Championships, officials that keep an eye on center court, it's a whole different ball game. But again, what I love about it, and it's as they always say, the gentleman's game of golf as well. The ability to self-govern and self-regulate is what we look to see, and sportsmanship, again, trumps everything. What exactly was the issue? You had the score right.
Yeah, we good?
Should be 11-on-7.
That's what my eyeballs depicted, and it is.
I'm not quite sure what was the issue. Was something not submitting because it's submitted into the main program? Nevertheless, Cornhole wins the day.
Shout out to Ben and his team for the wonderful application they provide us.
Absolutely.
As Todd sends one into the backyard to play with the kids.
Stewart should be able to take advantage. That one's out of play, so don't chase it, and he won't. He'll just take advantage of what's given to him up the middle. Todd leaves it open for him, and he takes it. So that's what, 10-on-5?
10-7.
10-on-7. Oh, I thought he had one off the back. I thought
he did.
Oh, he did.
So,
okay,
yeah, Todd did. 10-7.
Oh, yeah.
Makes it 11-10 in favor of the Gammon family. Winner gets the prize of Jacob Whaley and Daniel Parm.
Yeah. We had a Bonzer match, as they like to say, down under against Isaac and Caleb Hurt. At which point Isaac and Caleb took the king seat. They will wait as they continue to stay warmed up down the way. I see Deb Smith and a host of others down warming up, staying limber, if you will. It's been good to see some new faces from the Out and About Cornhole Club. The Buffalo markets really showed up and showed out. And Jen and Michael, who won co-ed last night, couldn't say enough good things about being part of it, and we invite you to be a part of it as well. If you have a club that you'd like to maybe bring over to the ACO, no matter where you play, AmericanCornhole.com, find you a certified official or the opportunity to become one. Get a hold of Whitney. Somebody will get you everything you need. Look at these things. Boop. There we go. But we can get you hooked up as a certified official or with a certified official. You can start running your own regionals. Nice wash there, a washing 10. and everything you need, including the schedule for the majors this season, info about the World Championships, all kinds of fun stuff. We're going to have a fun major in Lake Charles, Louisiana. It's going to be explosive and implosive. We'll tell you more about that here in just a little while. If you're planning to come to Lake Charles, make sure you plan to be a part of a very interesting watch party that we're planning.
That's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, looking forward to that. I'm going to go back and make sure that I've got that I get the right name of the facility.
It's being imploded, or where we're playing?
The implosion.
Matt goes up and comes down clean, but he can't bring
pull.
anything with him. It shook the bag. The bag vibrated. It stuck where it was. 8 on 12 makes it 16-11 in favor of Stewart and Hayden. What a bag by Matt. Just too clean. He sent it to the dry cleaners, and it came back spotless.
Nice bag right there by Todd to clean it up. But yeah, we are seeing that Stewart's hitting the board a lot lower. He's aiming a little shy.
Making those adjustments have really helped out.
Oh boy, there's one that just about got away from him as we talked about his ability to control it low. All right, that's going to be a couple there for Team Gammon. After this game, we're going to have them kick that board back up there. Having to put a little extra oomph into it, a couple extra inches. Yeah, just a quick note, if you're going to be heading to Lake Charles, on the Saturday that we are there, typically already very busy on a Saturday morning as we get doubles and singles underway. But at 8 a.m. on Saturday, September 7th, we're going to be starting a couple hours later because the former Capital One Tower, originally the CM Tower, is going to be imploded at 8 a.m. on Saturday, September 7th. So we are going to be, because the parking and everything in that area is going to be affected, we're going to be starting a couple of hours later. Now, I would suggest you pay attention because we are going to work together a viewing party. If you've never seen a building implosion, it is really mind-boggling. I've seen a couple of them from a very close distance, and it is really, really cool. So starting the season off with a bang, as we always do, has taken it to a whole new level in Lake Charles. More details on that coming very soon as Stuart Graham lets one fly. Just a little shy. Todd's going to gather it up. He should.
Stewart again has one that's that bag is out of play. Todd can
go
through.
Nicely done by Todd to run his through. Don't chase that bag. And he doesn't. Todd should run it up the middle and take that.
That's dangerous if he
chase
sits
it
behind
again.
it. Attaboy.
There you go. 10 on 12. 19,
16.
I knew it wouldn't be too long before the police showed up. It only makes sense if you're here and you hear the music, I guess. And if you do hear the music, know that we do not own the rights to Roxanne.
But we do own the rights to all the boat horns.
That's right. Yes, we did purchase those. Oh man, Hayden gets a little case of the Stewarts there and lets one fly off the backside. One under, one off. 3 on 2 right now as Matt lets his fly. Should be able to collect both of these with a.
What on earth? What an airmail! And that's the second time he's gone up, and he hits the bag, and it still stays clean.
So here's a question for you. And again, I go back to this, the bag construction. This almost seems to be 2 seasons ago a no-brainer. You go up, you try to drain the swamp. Now we are starting to see over the last season and a half, and the beginning of this season, you get in there and it's just going to wedge.
Yeah.
The geometry, whether it's the pellets in the bag, the carpet on the one side, whatever it is, we're just seeing things wedge up. What does he do here? What are they talking about?
I still shoot it. So
Yeah,
I still shoot it because I think that the physics are in your favor.
Yeah.
I think if you go through it, it's just going to TP up, and you're not going to get anything to fall.
Yeah.
I think he shoots it. You have to put a little more arc on it, kind of get it to drop straight down. If it drops down, I think you bring everything. If you don't shoot it high enough, there you go. That's way up there.
Oh, and that
he
was
ends
the
up tapping
fear.
it, and that's okay. So now,
now they're going to.
if you're Hayden, I think you just. If you're Hayden, I think you lay it up and you 5 on 5. There's too much to risk if you shoot this bag.
Yeah, with them sitting on 19,
Yeah, no way. I think you lay up and you give your one. I don't think if he hits the board, I don't think they fall.
I can't see over the top. You don't think that.
So he's saying, do I come down and hard? I don't think he should. But again, I've been wrong before.
We just saw what happened with Matt too. I mean,
correct.
His adrenaline had him bounce one off the 1 o'clock position and off the backside. He is just going to lay up, and that does not drop anything. So. Good call. It's like you were inside the huddle there, Coach.
Inside the huddle with Mad Maz.
And we will run doubles all the way through till we crown a champion here. Singles pool play and the singles champion still to be determined throughout the course of the day today. Let's see if we can find out who it was in the... Oh, I got to get a little juice going there on the iPad. Let's see. I know we had another tier winner.
And there's Stuart Sens went into the backyard. And that'll do it.
That's going to be it. All right, sitting up on the backside to no avail. 19 on 16 becomes 21 to 16. And the Gammons will advance to Jacob Whaley, Daniel Parham to find out who will head into that King Seat battle with Team Hurt. Dang.
Little pat on the behind from Todd to Matt.
You know, it's funny, too. When I first started really kind of getting into more of the day-to-day and the broadcasting, I originally took Matt and Todd for brothers, but I've come to find out over the years I'm not the only one.
No, not at all.
Most people, when they come in and see those guys play, it just looks like older brother, younger brother.
Yep.
And I think that one of those two appreciates that assessment.
Yeah, I would agree.
All right, Jacob Whaley. Daniel Parham getting ready to face off against Todd Gammon, Matt Gammon, and for their trouble, the buzzsaw known as the Hurt Locker awaits them in the King Seat. A doubles champion here in Buffalo, New York will be determined very shortly. Season 20 for the American Cornhole organization is officially underway. Congratulations again to all of our winners on Thursday night. Russell Love, Hot Wheels, and Matt Batman Davis took the adaptive division, defending their world championship from season 19. Sammy Van Sickle takes juniors over Isaac Hurt. Josephina Ernstberger bested Kim Dice for the women's championship. Scott Harper took seniors and proved Philip Barnett wrong. He wanted to make sure that he pointed that out. Jennifer DePasquale and Michael Ravenhorst Jr. end up taking co-ed. The Bagmaster Quads team CBC fought it out with team IMF. Kim Dice led CBC to the win. Kim Dice also partnered with Stuart Graham in the big blind draw last night to take home a little extra of the brand new killer ACO hardwood trophies, and we will continue to be awarding those trophies throughout the day with doubles and singles yet to go, and it looks like these guys are just about ready to get underway.
I believe we're ready to get underway here. You are correct. I see the scoreboard is active. I see Matt with a up in the air mile, and Jacob sends one off the backhand side. It rolls right to that right there. Can Matt capitalize early with points? And he could pick up as many as 5, and he doesn't. He'll get 2. 7 on 5 makes it 2-0, and that would have been nice to have a 7 or a 5 spot early on, and he limits it just to 2. Singles pool play brackets have just been released, so those boards will probably go live here in about the next 10, 15, 20 minutes.
The thumping will increase
as we'll get ready to crown a singles champion here in the afternoon hours.
So let me ask you about the strategy here. The opportunity to score. Do you think Jacob and Daniel put this combo together? Do they believe that Jacob has the better opportunity to do most of the scoring against Matt? I mean, it would stand to reason, but again, I don't know if they're just more comfortable throwing outside arm, inside arm, the way they are.
Normally it's based on arm preference. I'm not gonna lie. There sometimes matchups do play into consideration. 8.5 times out of 10, it's arm preference.
Arm. Okay.
Yep. It's 2-0 will become 4-0 as Matt picks up 2 more on this west to east end. The Gammons trying to fight through their bracket, and a chance to take on the Hurt Locker. Caleb and Isaac awaits the winner of this game. What a prize.
And I'll tell you, I go back to the fact that we talked about advancing teams with 2 pros into the main bracket and opening up opportunity for those that just have 1 pro or no pros in there to get into the main bracket. But when we got here and we started seeing some of the names in the losers bracket, I was really, really surprised. I mean, the closest.
Yep.
Davis and Sammy Van Sickle.
Chad and Kim early on.
Chad and Kim. I mean, Xavier Williams.
Yep.
He and his partner.
Todd and Matt went down 0-1 early.
Yeah.
The Ernsbergers went down 0-1 early.
Yep. Jay Longwell and Wes Jackson.
Matt, Davis and Sammy Van Sickle went down 0-1 early.
And I would tell you though, it makes the losers bracket of the main bracket far more interesting.
It does.
Also, so it's been a great afternoon or morning, I should say, to watch cornhole at this level. And I think quite a few players have even found a better rhythm than they had just yesterday in all the other divisions. So
absolutely. But in the blink of an eye, a 4-0 Gammon advantage becomes 9-4 Whaley and Parham.
We're talking about finding that gear. I think Jacob and Daniel have done just that.
And you also have to think about how much the confidence level taking the Hurts to the brink does. You know, you looked that team in the face and you were 1 punch away from beating them. You know?
Yep.
And there's a always exaggerated Todd Gammon.
Yep, 10-8. He was very happy with that finish right there. Pick up another couple, so 9-6. They've cut the lead down just by a couple. Well, I tell you, I feel like Matt's having a hard time early in oh boy, in his throws. And there's one a front board.
And this could be 5 for Whaley.
Dripping off the front side. Oh, and he tried to
and it
chase
could be 8 for Whaley.
2 off the back.
And it is.
And it is. How about that? A 12-on-4.
17-6. 3 rounds goes from 4-0 to 17-6. 4 rounds, I should say.
And you made the point, blink of an eye. You do. You blink one eye, they grab 4 points. You blink the other eye, and all of a sudden it's 17-6.
Daniel could get him to 19 if Todd has to stay clean the rest of the way here. A miss by Todd ends this game. Daniel swinging that right arm. It's up and in. He has to go in, or this one's over. There's the arm swing.
Oh, and it is, but that gets him up to that 19 spot. Boy, 19. And as back and forth as that last game was, that is really remarkable to see that kind of lead pulled out this late in the game. But you made mention of it, that confidence of taking the Hurts as deep as they did to get to that king seat spot. We'll see if it's able to carry over. Boy, there's another one that risked front boarding as well. He's had a rough time getting the oomph behind that one.
And you see Jacobs playing with a ton of confidence.
Yeah.
And you see, do I go get that? You go get that bag, man. You end this game. You go get that bag.
Yeah, if you're up 19-6, why not go for it?
You put this thing to bed, because the longer you let them stick around.
Oh, he almost pulled it off.
That's a good bag.
It is a good bag because it drops in, and is that going to do it?
That'll
that
do
takes it 21-6. Jacob Whaley, Daniel Parham. As we had surmised earlier, we might see a rematch in the doubles championship game. Bravo to Team Gammon, Matt and
Absolutely.
Todd. Exchange taters. I think they'll certainly look to improve upon that performance as we get through the season, but nothing to be ashamed of today. Just getting yourself ramped up and amped up for season 20. Team Gammon will make way for Team Hurt.
Yeah, third place finish in the opening major is nothing to shake your head at, man.
Not at all. And here comes one Isaac Hurt, awaiting his doubles championship partner. That would be one Caleb Hurt. Getting a little word of encouragement or discouragement from Todd Gammon, not sure which. But drinks are being put in place. Shoulders are being put in place, so it looks like Jacob is going to swap now. And he will still be throwing outside arm, but coming back this way now to Daniel. And Daniel will be shoulder to shoulder with Isaac, our reigning king of cornhole. This is going to be a beauty. So if you have not tuned in, or you just now tuned in, this is going to be a dogfight, because what a game it was just to get the Hurts to the king seed position. We see Daniel Parham breathing fire like a dragon out his nose in preparation as these first bags and down and back go to get everyone loosened up and warmed up. Those Hurt Locker custom Gusto bags coming out of the right hand of Isaac Hurts and ultimately the right hand of Caleb. And what's Whaley and Parham throwing, did you say? Do we know what they're throwing?
Stop moving them, Jacob.
Fire is so far what he's throwing.
Yeah, there you go.
That was not a terrible set of air mails to start their down and back. Look at him go. Bang, bang, bang. 1, 2, 3. You saved that air show, brother. You may need it.
And here
and he
we
cleans
go.
4 up. Look at that. And Jacob Whaley taunting you, saying, I dare you not to watch this match. Check it out. Spread the word. Share these streams and share everything that you see. Smash that subscribe button on the ACO YouTube channel. I think they're going to do another down and back. Is that right?
One more. I just got the bing bong.
Is that the official term now for one more down and back, a bing bong?
Yep.
Hey, we can coin any phrase we want, baby. The innovators will always be the innovators.
We really can. I'm still working on it. This is my first Bloody Mary.
Now, here's what I'm going to tell you right now. There's a battle going on in center court, but there may be some wrestling here behind the booth. Extra olives if they have any. Woohoo! Let's do this. I'm excited to watch this game based on what we saw earlier today. Welcome to center court. Buffalo River Works is where we find ourselves today. As you said, first pitch of the season 20 ACO landmark season for professional cornhole and the advancement of not just the sport, but the game itself, with new tier play added, more places going to be paid out, more trophies awarded, not just participation trophies. You got to earn those trophies. Nobody here is just getting a ribbon for showing up, and that is an absolute fact. So I do believe these guys are getting ready to get underway, and the first bag from Isaac Hurt off the back side.
I think that one's live.
Yeah, I believe it is. A crowd starting to gather around center court here, or at least to one end.
Yeah, I can't really go back there.
No. And I would tell you, a lot of our signage and banners have really been enjoying another one off
And
the
there's
back.
2. And can Daniel convert? Can he pick up that bag and get 6? Oh, Jacob's saying no. Just
Don't
go in.
chase it. Just
Go
put it
in. Go in.
Oh, and he chased it anyway.
10 on 6 makes it 4-0
Fourth spot to get out underway.
for the visitors.
Oh, my. Whaley has first bag, leaves it out to the left side. Not gettable. Unless Caleb were to do him a favor. He does very few favors for opponents, I've noticed over the years. Okay.
Well, all right. There's another $1, Finn. That's 2 for you.
Oh, where the hell is the Jinx jar? I completely forgot to get it out. Oh, my God.
And Whaley answers.
Are there mulligans? I forget. Are there any mulligans in cornhole? There's no crying, but are there mulligans?
Oh, man, it's still 4-0. A golden opportunity to put points on the board goes for naught.
For naught, yes. The answer to the question, do you want to build a snowman, was answered in the affirmative twice there for that wash. Running out of ways to talk about ties. Parham's got one up and out of play on the left side. Isaac says, I'll use that as a bank shot. Thank you.
There's 2, and Isaac can get those 4 points right back. or he can get real aggressive and try to dirty those two off. Ooh, so here's the thing, Finn. I would shoot at those bags, and that's because I'm not, I'm definitely inexperienced, but I would shoot at those bags so fast.
12 on 6, though. So that takes it from 4-0 to 6-4. And in the proverbial blink of an eye, as you said, the Hertz not only back in it, but back on top of it.
And we saw in the first game, the Hertz punched first, and Jacob and Daniel had to fight back through it. This time, Daniel he threw a haymaker. And Isaac put 2 bags off the board, was frustrated, and that just doesn't bother them.
Yep.
Now, all of a sudden, he comes back and picks up 6 on the next down. So who's able to weather the storm longer is who's going to win this crown.
Well, and I'll tell you see the big sigh right there from Daniel. This is the first time I've seen him play, but I'll tell you something who really has come a long way since I've been watching him is Jacob.
Yep.
His game has really come a long way over the last couple of seasons.
Absolutely.
And to your point earlier about maturity, not just of our juniors and their attitudes, but the game. We've seen Kim Dice, Josephina Ernstberger, Emma Jernigan, who is our women's player this season. So many in the female ranks. Oh, nice. Nicely done.
Great push bag to get that bag up and in. It was like in the middle of the board.
And as we talk about nerves, no sign of nerves there. One off the backside from Isaac, so that's going to cost him 3.
They jump back out in front, 7-6.
But just the advancement of the games, and we watch players go and play in other leagues and whatnot, and it's so much fun to watch when they go and just destroy, and then come back and go, well, maybe this competition is making me better here, and it certainly has been.
Funny how that works, isn't it, Finn?
Playing people who are better than you to get better than you are is absolutely
mind-boggling.
Yeah, something to.
Caleb
nice
goes up and brings it down.
One of the first few airmail drags we've seen successfully accomplished
Finally.
by anybody.
I know.
Yeah, very nicely done.
8-7 here in Game 1 of the ACO Buffalo Major Doubles Championship. Game 2, if necessary. Jacob and Daniel have to win 2 games to unseat the Hertz as champions. Caleb and Isaac have to do it 1 time.
He gets the roll back, then to catch one.
Sends it right back.
Off the backside.
Man.
Look at that roll back.
Look at that thing jump.
And he leaves it. Oh, nice push through there to salvage a little bit of the nerves.
Isaac for 12, yes, sir.
So we're looking at a 12 on 9 and a 3 spot. Yes, indeed. You know what? I give Daniel credit there. He could have just boofed the last 2, and he didn't.
Yep. And that's another talk about maturity also.
All right. Everybody down under right now. We're going to have
I hope so.
4 bag.
Oh, put in another $1 in. You owe like $50 to the jar by this point.
Yeah, I can't say enough good things about how bad I've been jinxing everybody here. And for that, I apologize. I'm going to tell you, Doug Parker saying championship game by 11 or by 12:30. How many doubles teams? I think
so 27 in main.
27 in the main bracket.
And then like 18 in tiers.
And then we've had quite a bit of tier play, yeah. But I'll tell you something, Jesse Hempy does not mess around.
Oh, no, we are rocking and rolling.
Are moving these brackets along, baby. And that's the whole point of adding these wrinkles is such that
and there's 4.
Is that going to be a 4 spot for a...
Grab that bag real fast.
12 on 8 there to the Hertz. But again, we talked about it. The ability to move the tournaments along, is anybody's goal to come and stay in the same building for 16 hours a day? No, it's not. The goal is to come into a town and get out to explore the town as well. So come in, show the mastery of your craft, and then get out and go do something else. That's the beauty of being in so many different cities, 35 plus this season for majors. Philip Barnett, Maureen I thought was going to be part of the broadcast team in Clearwater, but unable to make it to this particular tournament. You will next hear his Velvet Pipes and Golden Throat in Lake Charles. He and Chris Seaton are going to be running point there. Maybe a little Scott Burridge kicking in as well on a little commentary. There's a 5 spot that takes the Kurtz to 20 in game 1, which is
all
1
they
point
need.
away.
All they need.
And I tell you, that is not a position that Daniel wanted to find himself in, but now he's just going to play a little strategy game. There's the rollback cleanup. That's crazy. Like he's got a fish hook on it.
Yeah, that thing jumps.
And
Hop, skip, and a jump into the water.
It was actually a nice bag by Daniel right there to collect a little bit of forward momentum. Oh, and there's a...
If Isaac can go down and get this bag, this game is over regardless of the result. He chooses, okay, all right. So now...
Step outside.
So you have to get it. You have to get the bag in hand, and he doesn't get anything?
He doesn't. All right. Well, congratulations. We have our first doubles champions of Season 20. We begin the season the way we ended Season 19. Gold jerseys from Worlds 18. The Worlds 19 are in production right now. Caleb and Isaac Hurt begin where they left off. Congratulations, and very well done by Dan Parham and Jacob
Absolutely.
Whaley. Great fight to battle for the Hurts to get to the king seat, and a great finish there as well for them coming back through the losers bracket. Played some great cornhole. It just ended up being too much, and I think you talk about shifting into that next gear. I think we saw the Hurts do it just then, maybe second into third gear, and God help anybody when they get to 5th.
Absolutely, and I think this was a wake-up call for them. They avoided 2 scares in main bracket play.
Yeah.
Rudy and Tristan brought them to 1920, and then Jacob and Daniel brought them to 1920 in back-to-back games. So I think the competition this year is going to be so much better because everybody's, like, they were obviously gunning for this team before, but there's just a different feel this season.
Yeah.
And they weathered
so
that
many
storm.
great games. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So many great games that we saw played by players that we're seeing advance and become better even just since this time last year. And Whaley is one of them. Parham is one I'm going to keep my eye on as well, whether they team up again through the course of the rest of the season.
I hope so.
Yeah, I tell you, it bodes well for what's about to happen here in singles. And, I see Parker said the goat pen had a bigger crowd. Well, you know what? Proximity will do that for you, baby. And we've got a great crowd in here. It continues to grow here in Buffalo. And the whole idea is to get out and get some on you. And if you want to get out and come find some cities that you haven't been to, that's the whole purpose of this, Doug. You know that better than anybody. Don't understand the point.
There you go.
But nevertheless,
Isaac,
you go
the
for it,
twin.
baby. All right, well, I'll tell you something. Boys, I'm going to extend my microphone here because we only got 2 set up. And we should have known. I guess we should have probably known. You guys might want to start where you left off. But you had some pretty good games. I mean, you got fought pretty hard there. I mean, especially those guys in that King Seed game. What's that?
There's a bunch of
21-19s, yeah. Well, I tell you what, the gold jerseys look good. I know the new ones are in production for season 19. Obviously, you're going, what is after a three-peat? We were trying to figure out what comes after a three-peat. What do you call that?
Yeah.
Work on it, will you? Yeah. Well, we decided not to go with the foreplay. Yeah, so we're not going to go there. You guys work on that. You work on achieving it, and we'll figure out what we'll call it in the meantime. These smiling faces start the season where they ended last season. How about this? Give it up. Bob Heil even says shocker. He said he's already commented shocker. These guys grab brand new trophies and a brand new spot at the top of the heap in season 20. The Hurt Locker with their custom bags, their custom t-shirts. Expect a lot. The targets are on both their backs. In fact, you probably ought to make some jerseys with those targets on your backs. Caleb and Isaac, congratulations. And also, if you guys wouldn't mind doing me a favor, think about some questions that I can ask you over the course of the season when you're back up here, because I've run out of them. So
ask how the board conditions are.
Board conditions, that sort of thing. All right, well, we'll look and see which one of you battles your way back here in singles. And congratulations. Our doubles champions here in season 20, starting the way they ended season 19, the Hurt Locker. And we will be back, and we will pick up some singles action here on the season 20 opener, the Buffalo Major, here live from Riverworks on the ACO Digital Network.